Hello once again and welcome back to PACIS TV. This is the time for news in English. I am Benjamin Kwizera and these are the headlines. During the celebrations marking 50th Jubilee of Don Bosco Gatenga, Father KRISTU, the director of Don Bosco Gatenga, thanked the government of Rwanda. In Gikongoro, His Holiness Celestine Hakizimana, the Bishop of Diocese of Gikongoro, has urged the parents to collaborate closely with schools in ensuring the proper education and upbringing of their children. In Ruhengeri, the Bishop of Diocese, Vincent Harorimana, called upon community to continue loving and embracing quality work, emphasizing that as a vocational institution, excellence in practical work should remain its hallmark. In international news, Pope Leon XIV renews his appeal for peace, praying that God guide world leaders towards a just and lasting peace. Welcome to our news in detail. It is English news brought to you in partnership with the Kledo Hotel, located in the southern province of Rwanda. The celebration marking the 50th Jubilee of Don Bosco Gatenga will inaugurated with the Holy Mass celebrated by the Archbishop of Kigali, His Eminence Antoine Cardinal Kambanda. Father KRISTU, the director of Don Bosco Gatenga TSS, stated that during the years the institution has been providing education, many parents initially didn't fully understand how vocational and technical training could enable a person to earn a living. Today, the things changed.
You have seen a lot, but among the joys of this day is the results of the education and evangelization we have done in Gatenga. There are many who were young at that time who have now become responsible people in the country, as we have seen them in the defile they have done. We also are thanking God for the increasing number of the trainees we are receiving, and this is mainly by the help also and the collaboration with the government. We thank the government for helping us and supporting the efforts we are doing here in Gatenga, and we are calling upon the parents to continue to instill in their students the love of the technical and the skills, the love of learning the skills. Why this? Because when you have learned the skills, the market is open when you finish. And this is what the world of today is in need of.
He also thanked the government of Rwanda for its partnership and support, noting that the government sends students to the school and provides them with the scholarships, meals, and other forms of assistance. In Gikongoro, His Lordship Celestine Hakizimana, the Bishop of Diocese, urged the parents to collaborate closely with the schools in ensuring the proper education and the upbringing of their children. He made these remarks during the closing ceremony of Catholic Education Week at the diocesan level held at Busanze Parish in Nyaruguru District. More report. He made these remarks during the closing ceremony of Catholic Education Week at the diocesan level held at Busanze Parish in Nyaruguru District. This year's celebration was held under the theme, Raise Me Well so that I may grow well and act well. The event brought together students, teachers, parents, and various leaders from education sector and the Catholic Church. Among the students who participated was Sonia Saro Ashimwe, a student at Mère du Verbe Secondary School, who received an award for her outstanding performance in a competition organized during the week at both parish and diocesan level. She said that Catholic Education Week taught them the importance of respecting parents and educators, working hard, helping one another, and continuing to pray, since God is the foundation of everything.
Icyumweru nye ikintu kinsigiye nukumvira abandera kandi nkashishikariza.
This week has taught me to respect my parents, and I would like to encourage other children to respect their guardians, avoiding disrespect. Also, we have to respect God because God is above all. As a student, my responsibility is to help my fellow students and work for my country. This week taught me to follow advices of my superiors. Chelsea Gakwaya, the official responsible of secondary and TVET education in Nyaruguru district and representative of the district authorities at the event, emphasized that education should not focus solely on academic knowledge, but must also be rooted in good values and humanity. He also commended the Catholic Church for its contribution to advancing education and moral formation among Rwandan children. As a district or government in general, to collaborate with Catholic Church is very helpful. We all know the contribution of Catholic Church. So when we make that collaboration, whether in infrastructure, finding teachers, finding materials, it's very helpful. In his address, Bishop Celestin Hakizimana criticized certain school leaders, teachers and parents and students whose behavior undermines the quality of education. He called on parents to maintain close cooperation with the schools so that children can receive sound education and proper moral guidance. I condemn irresponsible parents who don't pay school feeding for their children, who don't give equipment to their children. I also condemn teachers who are irresponsible. And finally, I also condemn careless students who have bad manners. He further encouraged students to obey their parents and teachers, accept correction and discipline when necessary, and grow up with values that will benefit them personally as well as to serve the church and the nation. From Gikongoro to Ruhengeri, teamwork and dedication are among qualities that characterize ATFOP TSS Ruhengeri, according to the Bishop of the Diocese, His Lordship Vincent Harorimana. He commended the school community for these values and urged them to continue loving and embracing quality work, emphasizing that as a vocational institution, excellence in practical work should remain its hallmark. More report. He made these remarks during the celebration of school's patron saint and annual feast day dedicated to Charles Lwanga, the patron saint of African youth and Catholic action movements. During the celebration, students and the staff of ATFOP TSS Ruhengeri honored St. Charles Lwanga through a holy mass. During some students received the sacrament of confirmation. Students expressed their joy, noting that the school continues to be a source of both spiritual and material development in their lives. They emphasized that the skills and knowledge they acquire at the school serve as a key to their future success. Without any doubt, this is the key of life, the life that we will embrace after school. Thank you very much for giving us a place where we learn courses that will help us in future. Educators and our teacher, they teach us discipline and humanity, led by the gospel. That is the chance you cannot find anywhere else. While thanking everyone who contributes to the school development and the quality education it provides, Didier Lemedi, the school's director, assured students that the institution remains committed to providing them with a well-rounded education and a bright future. Our children, rejoice because you are in good hands. I'm very sure you are very happy with this home. And this must be the reason to you to study very hard and interact with God, the creator of all. Parents with children enrolled at the school also expressed satisfaction with the tangible results achieved by their children. They noted that graduates are competitive in the job market while maintaining Christian values and cultural principles. As a result, the parents appealed for the institution to be upgraded to the level of higher vocational learning institution. I would like to call upon you all to work with courage, love, and commitment, avoiding laziness and preserving what God created, and make sure you do good acts that will build a nice world. Responding to these sentiments, Bishop Vincent Arorimana praised the school for its spirit of cooperation and enthusiasm. He encouraged students, teachers, and staff to continue valuing hard work and striving for excellence in their respective fields. After a historic victory that saw the RSSB Tigers crowned the champions of 2026 Basketball Africa League BAL, sports officials and enthusiasts across Rwanda and beyond sent heartfelt congratulatory messages to the team. The final was witnessed by a packed BK Arena as coach Henry Mwinuka's side edged out Angola's Petro de Rwanda 90 points to 88 points in a closely contested showdown. News in detail.
Rwanda has written a new chapter in its sporting history as RSSB Tigers claimed their first ever Basketball African League title in a dramatic and unforgettable final. The Rwandan side edged Angola's Petro de Rwanda 90 points to 88 in a thrilling contest played at fully packed BK Arena on Sunday. The atmosphere inside the arena was electric, with the thousands of fans rallying behind the home team, while President Paul Kagame was also in attendance to witness the historic moment. The Tigers, however, had a difficult start to the game as Petro de Rwanda came out strong, dominating the opening minutes with 20 unscored points, led by Abubakar Pedro, who scored 15 points in the first quarter alone. The Angolan giant took control early and ended the first period with a comfortable 27 out of 16 lead. At the point, it seemed like Petro was on course to secure the second BAL title, but the script quickly changed in the second quarter as RSSB Tigers found their rhythm inspired by a standout performance by American guard Crunch Randall, sparked a remarkable comeback, scoring back-to-back three-pointers and reignited hope for the home side. With every possession, the Tigers grew in confidence. Randall continued to dominate offensive, eventually giving his team their first lead of the game. By halftime, RSSB Tigers has completed their comeback, taking 42 points to 37 lead into the break, leaving Petro de Rwanda under pressure. The Angolan side struggled with the turnovers and defensive organizations, issues that would later prove costly. Despite Petro's efforts to fight back, RSSB Tigers held their nerve in the closing minutes, maintaining a narrow lead and ultimately sealing a historic 90 points to 88 victory. A celebration to continue, RSSB Tigers is expected to inspire a new generation of athletes and further elevate Rwanda's presence in international basketball. This history achievement will undoubtedly remain a defining moment for Rwandan sports for years to come.
That was sports news. After a short commercial break, we are coming back with the international news tonight.
Shuri bose bashaka ni College Fondation Sinagera.
Mama we.
Iri ni ishuri ribumbatiye icyerekezo cy'u Rwanda twifuza kuko ritanga uburezi buhamye mu mashuri y'inshuke, abanza, icyiciro rusange ndetse n'amashami y'imyuga n'ubumenyingiro mu buhinzi, ubworozi, food processing, ubwubatsi, ubuganishi bw'ibinyabiziga, fashion design, gutunganya imisatsi, ububaji n'ubusuderi. Hari n'amasomo y'igihe gito short courses mu mashami yavuzwe haruguru aherekezwa na practice zihagije kuko abanyeshuri bigira mu nganda za Sinagera International Football Academy yigisha abana guhera ku myaka 6 gucunga ruhago sawa. Athleticism, imbyino nyarwanda no kwiga amategeko y'umuhanda no gutwara ibinyabiziga nabyo biri mu nyongera y'amasomo. Abana biga amashuri y'incuke n'abanza basoza ibyo byiciro bose bazi gutwara igare. Umwana wa segonderi we atahana uruhusa rwo gutwara ibinyabiziga. Witinda kwandikisha umwana ku ishuri kuri Nyirangarama cyangwa ku mashami ya Sinagera Entreprise Urwibutso hose mu gihugu. Ku bindi bisobanuro hamagara 0788555123 cyangwa 0788559999. Twubaka ubukungu bushingiye ku bumenyi.
From 11 June to 19 July, everything can wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Catch all 104 matches on dedicated channels, live on SuperSport.
Available with DSTV English Plus. Subscribe now to your package and enjoy all channels for 30 days. Get a Canal Plus HD decoder for only 5,000 francs.
Hanyuma rero ugiye kutubwira impamvu zatumye uhitamo kuza gusaba akazi hano.
Bwa mbere nza gusaba akazi hano nari nabitekerejeho mbabarire murakoze mu by'ukuri numvaga mfite ubushobozi ndetse n'ubushake.
So kutiteguye bihagije nuko utaryama neza. Rwanda Farm, le paradis du matelas.
Ukigira igitekerezo cyo kubaka igorofa ry'ama etaje atabarika kandi wakoreye design zabo igizwe n'ibirahuri byinshi kuko ubwiza bw'igishushanyo cyawe ariho bushingiye, bihuze no gutekereza ku mufatanyabikorwa wizewe uzakuzanira ibirahuri mu Rwanda yaba kuranguza cyangwa kuri detail mu ndeshya amabara n'ingano ushaka, ariwe Martin Hardware Limited. Uretse ibirahuri byo gukingisha mu nzu n'ibizajya mu muzenguruko wayo, uwatekereje ibizasimbura inzugi bifite PCR nini kimwe n'ibizajya kuri balcon. Muri design yawe uzanakenera ibyijimye yawe by'umukara, ubururu, shokola n'icyatsi. Kurundi ruhande watekereje no kuba wakongeramo ibya Cathedral. Humura, Martin Hardware irahari kugira ngo ujyane n'ibyifuzo by'abayigana. Niyo mpamvu ugeze iwacu mu ishami rishinzwe ibirahuri uba wisanga. Waba usanzwe utsindira amasoko y'ubwubatsi cyangwa nawe ushaka gukora ubucuruzi bw'ibirahuri, muri Martin Hardware Limited turagufasha kuko dufite uruganda rutunganya ibirahuri bitewe n'icyo ushaka kubikoresha. Duhereye ku kubikata, kubisena, kubitobora, kubikorera lamination cyangwa kubihindi forme ushaka n'ibindi byinshi. Tubariza imasoro muri Free Zone cyangwa ku mashami yacu ya Remera na Gisozi mu Gakiriro, kimwe no hirya no hino mu Rwanda. Martin Hardware Limited, crafting the future.
Welcome to our international news tonight. Let's begin in Vatican. His Holiness Pope Leon XIV renews his appeal for peace, praying that God guide world leaders towards a just and lasting peace, while also encouraging a culture of care for the ill and greeting pilgrims gathered at Poland's Marian Shrine of Bakery. On Saturday evening at the Lourdes Grotto in the Vatican Gardens, Pope Leon XIV led a rosary and invoked the intercession of Blessed Virgin Mary, asking her to obtain the gift of peace that only the Lord can give. Joining him were 2,000 people in Vatican, while a further 100,000 faithful took part remotely from 200 Marian shrines around the world. Throughout the month, the whole church has raised a united prayer for peace through the rosary in particular. Like an unbroken chain, the faithful have entrusted to the Virgin Mary's intercession those people devastated by war. May divine wisdom enlighten the conscience of those who hold authority and guide the decision toward the sincere pursuit of a just and lasting peace. From Vatican, according to the U.S. military, American forces carried out what they described as self-defense strike against Iranian military targets. More report.
According to the U.S. military, American forces carried out what they described as self-defense strikes against Iranian military targets. The U.S. Central Command, also known as CENTCOM, said these attacks were launched in response to aggressive actions by Iran, including the shooting down of a U.S. drone that the United States claims was flying over international waters. The strikes targeted Iranian radar systems, drone command centers, air defense sites, and unmanned aircraft located near Iran's southern coast and on Question Island in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran strongly condemned the attacks and responded by targeting an American military airbase that it said had been used in operations against Iran. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps stated that it attacked a communications tower linked to the U.S. military. Iranian officials also warned that if further U.S. aggression occurs, their response would be much stronger and significantly different from previous actions. To the same time, Kuwait reported that its air defense systems were intercepting hostile missiles and drones. Although Kuwait authorities did not provide details about who launched the attacks, air rapid sirens were heard across the country. Kuwait hosts important U.S. military facilities, making it a potential target during regional conflicts. The military confrontation comes as diplomatic efforts between the United States and Iran remain stalled. Negotiations aimed at ending months of conflict failed to make progress over the weekend. Reports suggest that U.S. President Donald Trump requested change to a proposed agreement, particularly regarding the opening of the Strait of Hormuz and handling of Iran's highly enriched uranium. Iran's chief negotiator responded by saying that no agreement would be accepted unless Iran's rights were fully protected. Despite the tensions, President Trump expressed optimism, stating that everything would eventually work out and claiming that Iran still wants to reach a deal with the United States. Proposed terms reportedly include the 60-day ceasefire, reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and restarting negotiations over Iran's nuclear program. The situation is especially important because the Strait of Hormuz is a critical global trade route. About 1/5 of the world's oil and liquefied natural gas shipments normally pass through it. Any disruption to traffic in this area can increase fuel prices worldwide and affect global economies. As a result, the ongoing conflict between the US and Iran continues to attract international attention and concern.
That story brings us to the end of our news edition tonight. But before we conclude, let's go back to the top stories. During the celebrations marking the 50th Jubilee of Don Bosco Gatenga, Father Calixte Ukwitegetse, the director of Don Bosco, thanked the government of Rwanda for its partnership and support, noting that the government sends students to the school and provides them with scholarships, meals, and other forms of assistance. In Gikongoro, His Lordship Celestin Hakizimana, the Bishop of Gikongoro Diocese, has urged the parents to collaborate closely with the schools in ensuring the proper education and upbringing of their children. In Ruhengeri, Bishop Vincent Harorimana called upon community to continue loving and embracing quality work, emphasizing that as a vocational institution, excellency in practical work should remain its hallmark. In international news, His Holiness Pope Leon XIV renews his appeal for peace, praying that God guide the world leaders towards a just and lasting peace. Thank you once again for being with us in PACIS TV English News Edition. This is the news brought to you in partnership with the Credo Hotel, located in the Huye District, Southern Province of Rwanda. My name is Benjamin Kwizera. I wish you a very good night.